Hi guys, welcome to the Purple Couch Lounge. It's small group day, Tuesday, 3/25/2025. Day C. I bet y'all wish I'd quit doing that. Alright, so Miss Wrinkle's class is going to music. Miss Lovett's class going to star. That means computers charged, ready to rock and roll. Guys, at this moment, I want to ask you any time at home that you can fit in some time to let the kids work on Lexia. Let them jump on Lexia. We're trying to get them all through level 12 because level 12 means they're ready for 3rd grade. Thank you. Anything that says click here or is underlined has a video embedded or a game. The kids love the boom card games. Here's our hope to see you soon. And in Boom Card Town, I'm going to actually change that name to Boom Card Town. We're going to be working on a punctuation game on this one. This one's going to be understanding subject and predicate. That's how we improve writing, guys. Subjects and predicates. They need to be aligned. We need to be thinking actively. That way we build great sentences. Okay, we're going to be, listen, this is a huge slide deck. What I decided to do was I decided to throw my master deck in today. That means a copy of the every stuff, the everything, the whole shebang. I put it in here because we're doing these different books. That means different teachers need different things. So, co-teachers, parents, have fun with this. This is the deck to bookmark. Alright. Small groups means we're not teaching whole group instruction. When we get to our small group time, we're going to stop, drop, and break them kids up into the groups that they need to be in. And then they will go work in their centers. Our pacing guide. Our book study this week. Miss Wrinkle's zebras are on the patchwork quilt. Next week, we'll do the patchwork path. Miss Richardson is the opposite. And you're going to see tons of these slides in here because it's easy for me to duplicate a slide. It gets confusing when you're running back and forth trying to find something in a slide deck. So, more is better. Now, we've got some little videos here. Like I said, I'm doing tons and tons of videos throughout these decks because I'm loving the participation at home. Keep on keeping on. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. I've had kids coming in that have been waking up in the morning trying to get a head start on their day by looking at our slide decks, and I'm loving that. So we've got the Purple Cow video, which I took directly from over here so that we could have a tighter look at it. It's a great example. It's also purple, so you know why not. It's the Purple Couch Lounge. A purple cow is in the Purple Couch Lounge. Somebody call the zoo. And we did this yesterday, but we're going to do it again today. Because people that got it wrong yesterday might remember it today, and it might be the glue that tightens that framework up for us. Rhyme scheme notation is easy. They just tend to forget the vocabulary on it. And then when a test comes up and it says identify the rhyme scheme notation, they're like, the what? And on these standardized tests from the state, you can't say, hey, baby, remember that's where you're looking at that last word and seeing if it rhymes or not. Okay? So, that's why they need to remember that. It needs to be anytime I say, hey, what is this right here? Like, for instance, if I just said, hey, what does that mean on poetry? Oh, that's rhyme scheme notation, Miss Wrinkle. That's what we need. Hey, what's it called when I label a poem? Rhyme scheme notation, Miss Wrinkle. They need to own the vocabulary, rhyme scheme notation, and be able to do it. Oh, I put a bonus round in there. I want to know from all of you little wonderful, beautiful, brilliant, perfect little brains, why could the answer not be number 3? Why was it not number 3? Why was it number 2? Let's see. Story settings, characters, point out the beginning, middle, and end, that's sequencing the events, and putting things in order. That is how we retell stories. We want them to really dig down deep into it. The majority of a story is found in the middle. It's usually 1 part beginning, 2 parts middle, 1 part ending. Okay? They need to really brush up on their skills on telling that and putting the primary, the most important details in there. Here, this is a theme, the message, moral, the lesson of the story. Play these videos. They're so helpful. They're so helpful. If I were reading The Three Little Pigs, right here, I would be saying, well, in today's literary text, we found that it is wise to do the work first and save the playing for the end. Okay? And take your time and do a job right, because in the end, you'll come out a lot better. Character attitudes. I've got it stuck in my head. Don't judge a man till you've walked a mile in his shoes. I've got some really good videos in here on this. And truth be told, this is important because they really have to understand that the narrator, which is the reader, and who's the narrator of a story? You know, it's being told from their perspective. But I also need the kids to understand that you, as a third-party person reading this story, you can also put inferences in areas that fine-tune it to your own personal beliefs. So we want to make sure that we're being clear on that. Here it says, in The Wizard of Oz, the lion was afraid of everything. He was especially fearful of the witch and the Wizard of Oz. Okay? So, if we're looking at this from the lion's point of view, we've got lots of fear. Okay? If we were looking at it through Dorothy's point of view, we would have a completely different perspective. Now, is the witch scared of the lion? Nope. So the lion's perspective is not the same as everybody else's. So jump into the lion's shoes. What are you scared of? The witch and the wizard. Okay? So is the lion scared of Dorothy? No. So we want them to be able to step right into those character shoes and take a little walk in them, if you will. Here we go at the Boom Card Room. I'm going to go change the name. I like the Boom Card Room. So we're going to identify different character perspectives. They're going to match them up in the Boom Card game. And here, this is where they're going to pick a character from the story and pretend they're them. I go real deep into that mindset on this clarification here on this review. Here we got main story elements in a poem or a fiction text. A game. This is retelling the story. What we're wanting to do here is condense it. Hit the important high notes and keep it in order. This is compare and contrast. I've got a game in there for that. You've got a video. I need to fix that. It needs to say 3.3. I'll get that done. Most important idea and details in the text. Here's a little poem. Collaborative structure. On central ideas. Affirmative's answer. Author's opinion. Here's a cool game on author's opinion. Another poem. Like I said, this deck is huge. I'm just throwing it in here so that you guys have access to all of it in one thing. Then we're going to work on writing a letter to a pen pal. And then we got our Greek and Latin roots and our vocabulary, our affixes, and finally our affix game. Now, if you made it here, we're at the end. Like I said, this is a huge slide deck, but I put it all together in here so you can have all the games in one deck. We certainly will not get to all this in the classroom tomorrow. No way, no how. Y'all, I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for being exactly who you are. You guys make me so happy to be a teacher. We're almost done. You're almost third graders. I'm going to have to come hang out in third grade to see my babies next year. I love you guys.